Yo, this story is getting crazier and crazier, right? About the bombing of school girls. Like, I don't know if y'all really be paying attention, but this is the craziest. Imagine if over here, like 200 school girls was bombed. Like, that's crazy. Do you know how much death that is and destruction that is in a school? And this happened like as soon as the war started. Not like as they was doing the war. It's like they did it on purpose. Because how could you blow up a school if you try to take out the head leader? Why would you be blowing up stuff anyway? The whole thing doesn't make sense. And then they jumped back a few days later and said, "No, we're not at war. You're using bombs. And you're not at war, and you still bombing these people every day. And y'all not at war. Y'all bombing hospitals. That's not liberating nobody." It was one guy, and this is it's gory, so if you don't want to hear it, but I hear it and I know about it. I'm gonna tell it to you. He's like his friend was split in half. They was somewhere like a coffee shop or whatever, and got bombed. And his friend was basically split in half. His brain was somewhere else, and like they have to see this. Like, can you imagine this shit would be happening in America? How we would feel? And we doing this. America is doing this. I've always heard about how America was. I was like, we can't be like that. But this is America doing this. We can't blame nobody else. All right, y'all, check this out. This is a podcast. This is one of my favorite ones. And, yo, check it out.
Announcing that this is both the end of and only the beginning of the war. Trump visibly disoriented by his own war as a Doral, Florida press conference goes off the rails. It was 6:20 in the evening after all, and Donald Trump is reportedly only doing 12 to 5s. So that is an important thing to consider. A reporter asked a good question. Why did you suggest that Iran used a Tomahawk missile to bomb its own school when, number one, Iran isn't even known to have Tomahawk missiles? Trump goes, well, I said that because I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hi, Mr. President. You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think it's something that I was told is under investigation.
Wow, that's crazy.
But Tomahawks are used by others, as you know. Numerous other nations have Tomahawks. They buy them from us. But I will certainly, whatever the...
But why wouldn't you just say, yeah, we use Tomahawk missiles? And it could have been ours. We're going to have to check into that. Why is it always just a throw off on anybody else? Anybody else except for me. That's what gets me about this president. It's like he don't take accountability for nothing. You are the leader. If anything goes down, you should know. You got to come out and take some type of responsibility. With him, he's supposed to be an alpha man, and this is how a man's supposed to act. But anything, I don't know. It wasn't me. Who was that? I don't know. Like, come on, man. Y'all, I don't think people are being serious. I think that it's just, I don't know. But listen to more.
Report shows I'm willing to live with that report.
Absent any evidence that Iran obtained a Tomahawk and bombed its own school, why did you say that Iran did that? Well, I said it because I just don't know enough about it. This is like if someone said to you, hey, listen, I have a headache right now. I don't really know the cause, but I think that orange and blue Smurfs might have crawled in through my ears, teeny tiny little Smurfs, and they're yelling in my brain. And that is why my head hurts right now. Oh, that's interesting. Now, why are you suggesting that that's what's going on? Well, because I just don't know enough about it. And so, listen, I'll change my mind, but I don't know enough about it. So I think it's the tiny Smurfs in my head causing me the headache. This is deranged thinking. Now, it's almost better if it's not thinking. It's almost better if Trump just is like, I'm just lying to people. That's it. Because I don't know enough about it, so I'm suggesting Iran got a Tomahawk and used it on its own school doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The natural reaction to not knowing enough is to say, we don't know what happened. And it's really wacky when Pete Hegseth is the voice of reason. But the reporter is right. When Pete Hegseth was asked, do you think Iran got a Tomahawk and bombed its own school? Hegseth goes, under investigation. I don't know. And it's shocking that he has the restraint not to put forward these wacky hypotheses. Trump then asked another great question. You said the war is basically done, but Pete Hegseth says it's just beginning. Which is it? And Trump goes, well, it's both. It's Schrodinger's war.
It's just the beginning. So which is it?
But
please accept it.
they have no radar. So we could further. The drones are down to probably 25%.
Just completely low energy, droning on and on and on and on. Next question. You promised regime change, and yet the regime remains the same with a younger version of the extremist authoritarian theocratic Ayatollah. Are you now going to have to take out the son of the Ayatollah, who is the new supreme leader? Trump goes, well, I don't know.
Do you have to take him out? Does he have a target on his back?
You mean the new supreme leader? You mean the son?
How can there be an Iran with
Well,
another
I don't want to say that, but
Well.
you know, I was disappointed because we think it's going to lead to just more of the same problem for the country. So I was disappointed to see their choice.
I love this. We do need a vocal in there. Let's get to Audimi. We do need a female vocal. Let's do Vanessa.
You still think about me, I was thinking about you.
This is what we need.
You still think about me, I was thinking about you.
I do think we need to make it a little bit bigger. Therefore, we have harmonies. I think this female hyperstack will be the one that we need.
You still think about me, I was thinking about you.
This is what I need. Exactly. It opens up. It's much bigger right now.
You still think about me, I was thinking about you.
If you want to try Audimi, please go to the link in my description. Until then, bye bye!
Okay, great. Wait, were you even listening? You haven't taken a single note this entire meeting?
I'm actually listening better than I ever have. Let me share my screen. Do you see this?
Oh, I'm
Everything
sorry.
we're saying is being transcribed in real time.
I'm trying to,
Look, word for word. That's exactly what you just said.
Multitask.
Wait, so you're not taking
I would
notes
be paying
because
attention.
So Trump not saying yes or no that the new leader has to be taken out, but he's not pleased. Hard to argue by your own standards that the goals are complete when quite literally the same regime remains in charge. I didn't advocate for this war, but if getting rid of that regime was part of it, which at one point they said was, when the son of the Ayatollah is the new leader, you haven't really accomplished that. And then finally, and this is genuinely terrifying stuff, because we are worried, is this going to now lead to blowback against Americans? Trump asked whether Iran has activated sleeper cells in the United States, and Trump says, we're on top of that.
Yeah.
Has Iran activated any sleeper cells inside the U.S.? There's reports that they have press that trigger button to activate those cells, at least abroad?
Well, they've been trying for a long time. We've been very much on top of it. One of the things we have to do is get the Democrats to stop the Democrat shutdown, because, as you know, the apparatus that looks into that, Schumer and the Democrats have shut it down, which tells you they probably hate our country a lot. But the Democrats have to open that up.
Let me translate, okay? I have no clue about that. I don't know anything about it, and much like all of the other things that have backfired since I made this disastrous decision, we are very much behind the 8 ball and trying to figure out how the hell to get out of this. That's how I would interpret what Donald Trump said. Now later, we will go to Trump's speech to congressional Republicans, which, if you thought this press conference was a disaster, just wait till you see what he said to them. Next, I will be joined by Governor Gavin Newsom. If you are shopping for a new mattress, I would recommend you start by looking at Helix Sleep, the mattress I've been sleeping on for years, the only one that I recommend because they custom tailor it to your needs. I took their sleep quiz. It took a minute or two. I said, I like to sleep on my stomach. I tend to feel hotter in the middle of the night rather than colder. I like medium firm. And Helix just nailed it, matched me with the perfect mattress. Most people don't even know where to start when you're looking for a mattress, and Helix just makes it easy. There is really no substitute for the mattress that's right for you. Your body will thank you. Delivery was fast, setup was easy. You do get 100 nights to try it out. They'll even take away your old mattress. Right now, Helix has a special offer only for my audience. Get 27% off everything on their site when you go to helixsleep.com/.
I'm trying to multitask, but that's good because it fucks with the algorithms when you hear all that other stuff. So with that being said, y'all leave your comments. Let me know what y'all think.